Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's session I'll discuss one very important and useful topic of linear algebra, more precisely of matrices. The topic is elementary operations of a matrix, or also known as elementary transformations. So let's begin with the today's session. There are 6 elementary operations, out of which 3 are on the rows and 3 are on the columns. So basically we have 3 types of elementary transformations on rows as well as columns. So 3 on each and we get total 6. In type 1 elementary transformation, we interchange 2 rows or 2 columns of a matrix. The interchange of ith and jth row of a matrix is denoted by this, where Ri denotes ith row and Rj denotes jth row of the matrix. After applying this transformation, the new matrix obtained has ith row as jth row of old matrix and jth row as ith row of old matrix, and all other rows remains as it is. Similar transformation can be applied on columns. So this denotes interchange of ith and jth column of the matrix, where Ci denotes ith column and Cj denotes jth column. After applying this transformation, the new matrix obtained has ith column as jth column of old matrix and jth column as ith column of old matrix, and all other columns remains as it is. In type 2 elementary transformation, we replace a row or column by its non-zero scalar multiple. The replacement of ith row by k times of that row is denoted by this, where k is some non-zero number. After applying this transformation, the new matrix obtained has ith row as k times of ith row of old matrix, and all other rows remains as it is. Similar transformation can be applied on columns. And in type 3 elementary transformation, we replace a row or column by adding that row or column with some non-zero scalar multiple of another row or column. The replacement of ith row by ith row plus k times of jth row is denoted by this, where k is some non-zero number, because if we take k equals to 0, this Ri plus krj will become simply Ri, and that won't affect anything, so it will remain as it is. So we take here k as non-zero so that there will be some effect on the matrix. After applying this transformation, the new matrix obtained has ith row as ith row of old matrix plus k times of jth row of old matrix, and all other rows remains as it is. Similar transformation can be applied on columns as well. Here it is. Many a times I skip writing this Ri and arrow, and I simply write Ri plus krj. For example, if I am writing R1 plus 2R3, so that means R1 nothing but first row will be replaced by adding that first row with 2 times of the third row. The row which is going to be replaced will be written first, and the other row will be written after that. So if I am writing R3 minus 2R2, so it means third row will be replaced by subtracting that third row with 2 times of second row. Whatever is the row will be replaced, that will be returned first, and after that the other row. Now let's see examples to understand these operations more clearly. So let's see example of type 1 transformation. So here we have a matrix A, and I have applied a transformation R1 interchange with R3. So you can see first row of old matrix is third row of new matrix, and third row of old matrix is first row of the new matrix, and this second row is as it is. So nothing but we are interchanging here first row with third row, and we are making a new matrix. Now let's apply a similar kind of transformation on columns. And now I have applied C2 interchange with C3. So you can see C2 in place of C3 and C3 in place of C2, and this C1 is as it is. There is no change in C1. C1 is at the same position. Okay. So I hope type 1 elementary transformation must be clear. So now let's see example of type 2 transformation. So here we have a matrix A, and I have to apply transformation R3 replaced by 5 times R3. To do that, we have to multiply third row by 5. Here is our third row, and if I multiply it by 5, this minus 2 will become minus 10. This 4 will become 20, and 1 will become 5, and this is your 5 times R3. So you can see the new matrix obtained has third row as 5 times of third row of old matrix, and other 2 rows are as it is. Let's apply similar kind of transformation on columns. So now I have to apply C2 replaced by minus half times C2. So what I am supposed to do now? I have to multiply this second column by minus half. So if I do that, minus 2 will become 1, minus 8 will become 4, and 2 will become minus 2. So our new second column will be 1, 4, minus 2. So you can see C1 and C3 are as it is, and C2 of old matrix is replaced by minus half times C2. So I hope type 2 elementary transformation must be clear. And now let's see example of type 3 transformation. And so here we have a matrix A, and I have to apply transformation R2 replaced by R2 plus 6 times R1. In short, R2 plus 6 times R1. So here is my R2, second row of my matrix, and I want next 6 times R1. So I am going to multiply first row by 6. So if I do that, I will get this, and there is a plus in between, So I am going to add them. So if I add them, I get this. So this is going to be your new R2, because R2 is going to be replaced by R2 plus 6 times R1. So we get this matrix. You can see R1 and R3 are as it is, and R2 is replaced by R2 plus 6 times R1. Now let's apply similar kind of transformation on columns, and I have to apply now C2 replaced by C2 minus 2 times C1. So here is my second column, and I have to get next 2 times C1. So I am going to multiply first column by 2. So here is my 2 times C1, and after that I have to subtract. So if I subtract, I get this 0 minus 28. So this will be your next C2, our new C2, second column of the matrix. So we get this matrix as a new matrix after applying transformation C2 minus 2 times C1. One very important thing I want to note over here, after applying whatever transformation, this matrix which you see, I am not talking about only this type 3 transformation, I am talking about all the transformation. Whenever you apply any transformation and you get a new matrix, that new matrix is some new matrix other than A. Many a time students do what? This new matrix they write as A, which is not true. So it's incorrect. The matrix obtained after applying elementary transformation is some new matrix. That is not matrix A. Okay. So we should never write the new matrix obtained as A. This is not true. The matrix obtained after all the transformations are new matrix. That is not matrix A. So we can never write that matrix, that new matrix as equals to A. Okay. This is very important thing over here. So I hope all 6 elementary transformations are clear, and here is the exercise to practice. So thanks to all of you. Thanks for watching.